Dada.
What?
Say good morning.
Good morning.
Say good morning, Lou.
The tragic life and painful journey of Ozzy Osbourne. More than a rock star, a survivor. Ozzy Osbourne, to millions, he's the Prince of Darkness, a rock legend, the voice of Black Sabbath, and one of the most iconic figures in heavy metal history. But behind the screaming fans, the fame, and the wild headlines is a life filled with pain, trauma, and unimaginable struggle. And now, at 75 years old, Ozzy is facing a new challenge, living with Parkinson's disease. In a recent exclusive sit-down, he revealed just how hard the past few years have been. For 3 months, he said, I was in absolute diabolical agony. We all thought I was going to die, and to be honest, death would have felt like a gift. That's not the voice of a rock god. That's the voice of a man who's endured far more than most people know. Humble beginnings in Birmingham. John Michael Ozzy Osbourne was born on December 3, 1948, in Marston Green, England, and raised in the working-class neighborhood of Aston, Birmingham. He grew up in a tiny 2-bedroom home on 14 Lodge Road, crammed in with his 3 older sisters, Jean, Iris, and Gillian, his 2 younger brothers, Paul and Tony, and both parents. There was no indoor plumbing, no luxuries. There was a bucket to pee in at the end of the bed, Ozzy once recalled. His mother Lillian worked long shifts at a car parts factory. His father Jack worked nights as a toolmaker. They did what they could, but life was tough, and money was always short. From an early age, Ozzy struggled with dyslexia and learning disabilities. He found school confusing and frustrating. He was often mocked by classmates, not just for his academic challenges, but for his thick Birmingham accent, which many saw as lower class. He was bullied constantly. And even worse, he was physically assaulted by 2 schoolmates, who waited for him after school and attacked him. One of the first beatings happened right in front of his sister. Ozzy never forgot that moment. He was just 11 years old. He never told his parents. He didn't know how. It completely ed me up. He admitted. Decades later, it left a scar that never truly healed. One he carried with him into adulthood, and one that shaped the way he later raised his own children. I always told them, talk about it, don't hold it in like I had to. Escaping through music and falling into addiction despite the darkness, there was a spark. Ozzy loved performing. School plays like The Mikado and HMS Pinafore gave him his first taste of the stage. But outside the theater, life stayed rough. He dropped out of school at 15 and bounced between jobs, working as a plumber's apprentice, a construction worker, even a slaughterhouse employee. But nothing stuck. Then came music. In 1968, he joined forces with Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Bill Ward, and Black Sabbath was born. Their sound was heavy, dark, and completely unlike anything the world had heard. And suddenly, the boy from Birmingham was a global star. But with the fame came addiction, alcohol, cocaine, pills. Ozzy's demons were as loud as his music. Decades of substance abuse took a toll on his health, his family, and even his memory. Lost close friends. He destroyed hotel rooms. He scared himself and others. His behavior turned dangerous, erratic. His longtime wife,